Have you ever been in the car while someone was texting and driving?
That's a great question, Riley. Yes, I have been in the car when someone was texting and driving, and it made me feel very uncomfortable and sad because I was going to ask them to stop texting because I felt very unsafe, but I was unable to do this because I felt too uncomfortable to do so.
Yeah, I feel like my mom and my mom's boyfriend do text and drive a lot, and makes me feel like uncomfortable, and makes me feel like now I'm responsible for myself. So I'm like more alert, and it just like makes me uncomfortable to be sitting next to someone who I feel like should be very responsible, but they're not taking the full responsibility.
I think people shouldn't do it because they should keep their eyes on the road.
Tell a story about a time you didn't use technology mindfully.
Yeah. Most nights at dinner, like, I'll be sitting at the table with my family, and me and my sister will, like, be on our phones, or even my parents will be on their phones if they get, like, a notification. And it kind of takes away from the dinner aspect because you're only usually with your family. Like, during the school year, you're only with them for a couple hours a night, so, like, you should try and make the most of that, but when you're on your phone, you're kind of taking that away.
I think for sure I have. I guess you're kind of unconscious when you're using technology because maybe you get a notification from a friend because I don't know, something's going on, so you have to answer, and then other times it's just for fun socially. And I guess if you're not engaged in the conversation, or if you feel left out of it with your friends, or even, matter of fact, like with your family, that can make you go on to using your phone.
So when I was learning my SAT vocab words, the word sacrosanct came up, which means something holy and like worshipable. And I always remembered it because I said my phone was sacrosanct to me.
Ever use technology in a way that distracts you from friends or family or classes or homework?
Yeah, all the time. Like, I guess a lot of the times whenever I'm like with my family, I usually have my phone, and it's really hard for me not to use it. So I try not to like be on my phone too much when I'm in a car and stuff with my dad or something.
Yes, I have. When I'm doing my homework, I will often check my phone and text my friends.
I feel like in a group, people are less engaged because of technology. How does that affect your time together?
Sometimes if I'm hanging out with friends and they're on their phones, it's not as fun and it's not as engaging, and you get really annoyed.
Yeah, I feel like now that happens a lot more, and that kind of annoys me, but I know that I do it sometimes, so.
How do you think it affects your time together?
I mean, we aren't really engaging at all with each other, so we're not talking, we're not doing anything, so it's kind of like we aren't even together at all.
What does it mean to use technology mindfully?
Using technology mindfully means using technology responsibly, and that means not cyberbullying, not texting and driving, not even calling.
I think like just realizing how much you actually are on your phone, and that's something that I've had to deal with, like work on too. Like I feel like to be more mindful about just how many times you're checking your phone within like a class period, or just like think about like when you're with your friends, focusing on maybe not being on your technology, but like being present in the moment.
I don't think there's any clear way to just like use technology mindfully because our entire culture has promoted the use of technology. So no matter what you do, whether it be with friends or at school or really anywhere, like technology is always in use. So I think the real thing that we need to do is just be aware of the fact that technology is used so much. So just by being aware, we can just like subconsciously change how we use it. Reaction when you get a notification while doing homework or while you're with your friends?
I pretty much ignore it. When I get like a notification or text message, like if I'm doing work or like if I'm with someone, like I'm there to hang out with them or I'm there to do my work. So like if I like in class, like if I get a text message, like I don't go like, oh my god, like I have to check my phone. I'm pretty good about just ignoring it and just kind of saving it for later and then coming back to it because I know like the world's not gonna end if I don't look at it, you know. So I just kind of ignore it.
I immediately look at my phone and like reach for it. I can't just like leave it.
I like always like go and check it. So like sometimes when I'm home I like put my phone on silent so like I don't like hear like my notifications.